Republican presidential candidate Dr. Ben Carson is closing the gap on Donald Trump in the most recent polls out of the state of Iowa. Meanwhile, Bernie Sanders, a third-string socialist senator from Vermont, has made massive gains on Hillary Clinton. He's now just 7 points behind her in Iowa, the first contest of the season. Does this show that Americans have changed in their views? They're mad. Well, here to weigh in, Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson Jr., a very smart man. Peter, it's great to see you. If you'd asked me a year ago if there was a candidate on the Republican side who attacked the Iraq war, not just Obama's handling of it, but the whole thing, and then went after hedge fund moguls, and conservative Republicans supported him, I would say that would not happen, but it has.
It has happened, and what you have here, it's more than being fed up with business as usual. There's a disgust, there's a disrespect, there's a contempt for our government.
Yes.
And there's a feeling of absolute abandonment. Do you feel left behind? A lot of people feel left behind.
Of course.
I meet them every day. On the left and on the right, they say, what happened to me? What happened to my people that look like me? People who say Black Lives Matter, people who say white lives matter, people who say they're Christian, people who say they're underemployed, they're unemployed, that they've had no opportunity, whatever race. And so what it says is there is a deep economic disconnect in this country. And people are saying the political class, the people that live in big homes outside of Washington, they are not the people that should be rewarded in this country. The hardworking Americans should be rewarded.
Well, you
and
sort of understand
Sanders and Trump, and to some extent now Dr. Carson, have funneled that dissatisfaction and that contempt and that disgust for what's gone on in this country.
So the economy tanks in 2008. The Fed lowers the price of money to zero. Interest rates are nothing. A small group of people get super rich, and the middle class continues to languish. I mean, that's obviously a quick and dirty explanation, but that's the view of many people. People feel that way.
It is the absolute view. And so what we've had is Donald Trump, through Twitter, becoming a superstar. Bernie Sanders saying a vacation for everyone, a sick leave for everyone, a socialist. Donald Trump, a billionaire strongman. And these people are leading a huge portion of the American electorate, 50% of the American electorate, in saying that we've had enough.
But my impression is the people in charge just look out of their bay windows and say America's insane. Do you think they are learning a lesson from this?
No, they're in a panic, and they'll do everything they can to destroy the Sanders candidacy, the Trump candidacy. Those candidacies will likely, in the end, not succeed, because the forces will say they can't succeed.
But will anybody learn anything?
They'll learn that there is a primal scream, that there is outrage, that there is dissatisfaction, that the government needs to be responsive on taxes, on employment, on health care, on opportunity, on giving everyone a slice of the pie. The hard left says we need to return to FDR. The hard right says, what happened to us? We were left behind in this scurry to do everything for a small group of people, including immigrants. So we're going to have nationalism, we're going to have xenophobia, we're going to have people losing their minds at this point until someone says we need to bring it together and take care of all of these groups in America, not one to the exclusion of others. And that's why Sanders and that's why Trump are doing so well.
It's an amazing moment.
They're channeling America, and you can't ignore it.
We're going to look back and say we lived through something transformative. Whatever happens, and we don't know.
I hope it is transformative.
Peter, it's great to see you this morning.
Great to see you, Tucker.
That was super interesting.